Hey everyone, we're here with Dr. William Morse, Associate Professor and Head of Graphic Design and soon to be Professor of Animation, am I right? Mm-hmm. Excellent. So we'll just kick this right off. What exactly led you to Wayland?
It's Christian influence. As I mentioned before, I was asked to be the program director at the Art Institute, which is out of San Antonio, but I declined that position because I wanted to come to Wayland simply because it's Christian heritage. I felt like that was the place that I could share my faith and as well as the vision for the arts.
I like that. Well, we're glad to have you.
Yes, we are. If you could tell us a little bit just about your past experiences, where you went to school, where you've worked before, and just what you've learned.
Well, we've been all over the country, my wife and I, but I'm a graduate from Texas A&M. I have my, in Kingsville, and I have my BFA and my master's degree there, but I also have a master's certification in graphic design and multimedia from Session School of Design in New York. Where I studied under Naomi Altabef, who is the editor of a Vogue magazine, and I studied under her, as well as Laura Schwalm, who worked under, I actually worked under her for a little bit, for working for Giorgio Armani and products for Maybelline and that type of thing.
Wow.
But I have my MFA, my Master of Fine Arts, from the Academy of Art University in San Francisco, and that's in 3D animation.
Wow.
And I got to study under some very dynamic guys in the field. My favorite, though, is Philip Morse. Philip Morse, you've seen probably of his work, but probably don't know the name. But if you've seen Pocahontas, the animated film Pocahontas with
One of my
Disney
favorites.
film,
Yeah,
well, he animated and designed the character of John Smith. And if you've seen Lilo and Stitch, he animated Lilo. And if you've seen Five-O Goes West, he animated Five-O. And then if you take it further into, say, Industrial Light and Magic, when you're dealing with real live characters amongst, animated characters, such as like Terminator. He animated the Terminator and Terminator 2.
Everybody's seen that movie.
Yeah,
Everybody
never?
has. Yeah, everybody.
Oh, everybody has. And then he also animated Cybertron from Transformers.
Wow.
That came out. So he animated him, the guy they brought back from the moon, and
Quite a list of credentials. That's
yeah,
Really?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of the top animators out there.
It's a
So
standing
studying
here.
under him for a year was just a wonderful blessing. It really
Yeah.
was. Yeah, tough, tough.
Well,
But the guy's down to earth, and it was nice to work with him.
Well, you've obviously been around quite a bit. How does Wayland? What do you think of Wayland so far? I mean, it's not quite San Francisco or New York, but what do you think of it so far?
I love Texas. This is the third time I've actually moved to Texas.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
It's a
and
good
like I
state.
said, I got my degree from Texas A&M, so it's really cool. I'm a Texan.
Texas,
But,
me too.
but I'm originally from Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
That's where I'm really from. And then we moved to Texas, South Texas. Then we moved to Dallas area, and now West Texas. And my wife actually was in Dimmitt for a year
wow.
before she
That's
moved
not
to
far
Virginia and met me. And that was the best day of her life.
I graduated from Toledo High School, so Dimmitt's kind of a rival school, so I can forgive that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a quote from you or from her that it was the best day of her life?
That's from me. That's from me.
I'm sure that she would back you up on that, though.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes. Well, could you tell our students and our faculty just what our students might be expecting in a class that they take with you?
Well, it's going to be challenging. Graphic design is one of the most competitive jobs, as well as animation, that's out there. But there are a lot of job opportunities, bunches of them. And in the field of animation, character development, production, pre-production, storyboarding, I mean, you name it. All those traditional drawing skills and sculpting skills and paint skills play a major part of the digital environment, making that transition from the traditional to digital. And that is basically why I am here, to let the students know that, hey, those traditional skills that you're working and developing here are going to play a major part of your life as a graphic designer and or animation. And And usually when they think of digital, because graphic design is, all digital. And when they start thinking that way, they start all thinking digital, and they forget totally about the traditional, which is the powerhouse for anything you go digital. Illustrator is a drawing program. The better you draw, the better you work in it. And it's called Illustrator,
Yeah.
And then Photoshop, it's Photoshop, but it's called a canvas-based program. It's a paint program. And they have a lot of brushes and drawing tools and all within that program as well. So the more you understand, photography and, those traditional photography, and the paint techniques, the better you're going to do in that arena as well. So, and a matter of fact, when I was studying on my learning 3D animation, and they took us down to the first year and a half of working in 3D animation. 3D animation was nothing but drawings. Nothing drawing.
Wow.
Everything I was doing was drawings. And we would be up until about 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning from, I'm talking from 9 in the morning till all the way around until 3 in the morning that night.
Who needs to sleep, right?
Yeah.
And we're
It's
back
overrated.
up at that time, but they're tough. But it's all drawing.
Wow.
And then you take those drawings into the 3D ideas. Yeah.
Great. That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So that's hopefully what I'm
Yeah.
here, to Wayland, is to bump up the professionalism in that area
Yeah.
where they can make that transition and compete with those in Art Institute or Texas Tech or anybody else in the area, that Wayland be able to compete with that visually and artistically and professionally. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing to hear.
That's really great. So if y'all are interested in graphic design or just want to know more, you can always stop by Dr. Morse's office and just learn more and ask him any questions. I'm sure that he'd be happy to have you.
An experienced man and a man of faith. We're glad to have you.
Well,
Yes.
Thank you.
For me and everyone at Wayland, it's an honor, sir.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.